What it do, Dream Team? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, my beautiful wife is here with me. I know you guys have missed her in some reactions, so I think she's going to start coming back on a regular basis. We're pregnant right now, so until maybe that third trimester, she start being in too much pain. But here we are talking about nobody talks about these streets of Australia from the Chaotic Traveler. Before we dive in, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the like.
Every country has its pros and cons. Some countries have more pros, some have more cons, but no country is perfect. After I had traveled Australia for 1 year, I would like to share my thoughts on what I think Australia does better than my country of origin, Germany. Number 1. How people talk to each other. In Australia, it is most common to address someone with their first names. Family names do not matter that much. I have seen letters from authorities like the council beginning with Dear Molly instead of Dear Mrs. Smith. When I opened my bank account, I had the appointment with a girl just a bit younger than myself. When I went out the office, there was an old man waiting outside for her to call him in. She said to him, "Hello Arthur, how are you doing?" That felt so strange to me. I couldn't imagine what kind of relationship these two would be having that this young girl would dare to address this old man with his first name. In Germany, I couldn't really think of a lot of situations where a young lady would address an old man with his first name. Even when you're in hospital and you have heaps of time to make friends with the nurses, they are most likely to still address you with your family name. "Hello Mr. Smith, how are we doing today?" That creates such a cold distance between individuals. It is very common in Germany that when you work for a company for 2 years, that you don't even know your boss's first name. In Australia, no matter where you go or who you get to know, everyone is immediately your mate. Of course there are black sheep, but you get the general idea. The downside to that, for me personally, is that you can never know who is your actual friend. In Germany, it takes a long time to really make friends with someone, but once you're friends with him, you know that he will try to move mountains for you. Number 2.
That one, I feel like in America, it's more of a last name type thing too. Like in a professional standard, like an email won't say "Hello Darian," be like "Hello Mr. Neal."
Yeah.
So,
like even when we go to the baby doctor, it's always by my last name.
Exactly. Or if they did say your
you
first,
you ain't have to expose me like that.
Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that.
It's his last name.
It's
now.
Neal now. It's Neal. But
you dirty.
But even if they do say your first name, they usually say your first and last name when they call for you. So they'll be like, "Darian Neal." I'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's me." But never really just by your first name.
Yeah, I feel like when we go to the baby doctor, it's always my last name. Or when we go to like the hospital or whatever, it's my last name. And it's like if I don't answer, then they call me by my first.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess we got more in common with Germany in that sense than Australia. But I like that first name. Call me by nickname, actually. All right, let's continue.
That might sound a little surprising, but school uniforms. If I were to wear school uniforms back in the day when I was still a kid in school, my life would have been a lot easier. When I went to school, I got bullied on a regular basis for years and years. And no, I'm not asking for anyone's pity, I'm doing just fine. Back in the day, my parents were only able to get me second-hand clothes. When the new PlayStation 3 came out, guess who got a used PlayStation 1 for Christmas? But I was happy with what I had. I liked my clothes. I enjoyed playing PlayStation 1. But only my classmates seemed to have had a problem with me being poor. And of course they were picking on me for the clothes that I was wearing. I remember the time where you were only cool when you wore soccer shoes as your everyday shoes, without the spikes obviously. And the coolest shoes that you can buy were these Nike 90s. Obviously my mom wouldn't have enough money to buy me those. But we went to Deichmann anyways, which is a big German shoe chain franchise. Every town has one. And Deichmann has their own home brand called Victory. They were copying designs of famous shoes, make a few adjustments and sell them cheap. And so it was that I didn't get Nike 90s, but Victory 70s. I personally was so proud. I loved those shoes. But you can imagine my schoolmates' opinion on them when I brought them to school. So yeah, that's a very personal reason of why I would prefer school uniforms over plain clothes. Number 3.
That's how it was in y'all school.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with that. Just because one family can afford, and not that kid shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like it does help your kid from getting bullied.
Yeah.
if you're the family that can't afford.
I would tell you, as someone who did wear school uniforms, it didn't change nothing.
Really?
No. It changed now from like what they was wearing to what brand you were wearing. So like when I was in school, Dickies, like uniform wise, like were like popular among the black crowd, like black kids who were going to school.
Oh.
And then Hollister and American Eagle were popular among the white kids. And then you got clowned if you were like Walmart brands were like George, and they had like some different kind of brand at Walmart as well. So if they knew you was wearing like the Walmart brands, they still clowned you.
I guess in my mind, I was just kind of assuming that like the school.
Oh.
Like there's some like schools that provide you like you buy the uniforms from the school.
That's a good. I didn't think about that.
I wasn't really thinking like you buy them on your own. Like my niece and nephews used to go to a school with uniforms, and they every year at the beginning of the year they would purchase the summer uniforms and then the winter uniforms.
That make more sense. Okay, we think of it in that terms. I do agree then. Because everybody wearing the same brand.
Yeah, that's just, I guess just because that's all I've known with my niece and nephews.
Okay.
So I was just like, I didn't think about people buying their own uniforms.
Yeah, ours was like, they gave you, it was like a dress code basically.
Oh,
I guess more than uniforms. Yeah, dress code. This is what you're allowed and this is what you're not allowed. But it was a very strict code, like very limited options in what you could and couldn't wear. Oh, I didn't think about that. But yeah, shoes, people definitely got clowned for what shoes they wore in school.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but anyway, I do think that would like help if the schools provided the uniforms.
Yes.
Then everybody wears the same. You can't really clown them.
Yes, I do agree with that. 100%.
I think they should also provide the shoes. That way, that's not an issue as well.
Facts. I agree with it, but as a whole, it would be better for the whole. But as an individual, I will be upset about it. Like I got to wear. What if I don't like that uniform? What if I don't like them shoes?
As far as them being bullied, I feel like that would help. But as far as like the individual themselves not being able to express themselves and wear what they want to wear, I do feel like that's also the downfall.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I think if you're looking at like all the kids as a whole, uniforms probably would be the better option. Yeah. But like individually, kids are gonna be upset. Parents are gonna be upset. That's gonna be a given. You're gonna get complaints. But I think it does. I mean, that takes care of everybody. If everybody got to wear the same thing. Yeah. I like that.
But then again, I feel like it's also harder because if everybody wears the same uniform, then like, what if something happens to your child? Then like, how would you like specifically identify them? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What you mean, like? Well,
okay, like
Oh, they got like kidnapped or something.
That or like it's a big thing in America, to have like school shootings.
Yeah.
A lot of kids are identified by what they wore to school that day. I see what
you're saying. Okay.
If everybody's in a uniform,
I see what you're saying.
It kind of be hard to identify who is who.
They looking at us like, see, why is school shootings even a thing? Like that's.
Why are they a thing? But again, it is something like we do live in America.
Unfortunately,
and so there was a school shooting not long ago, and that was the only way they identified the kids was by their shoes or their clothes or their backpack.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
So if it comes to stuff like that, I feel like that would be really hard to identify specifically.
Yeah, I think
clothes.
You got pros and cons on both sides of
the
argument for sure. Because as soon as I graduated, my school got rid of the dress code, which I was extremely upset about.
Of course, when I leave.
Yeah. As soon as I hit high school, that's when they enforced it. And as soon as I graduated, that's when they got rid of it. It was like, y'all ain't even let me be stylish in school. And I wouldn't have came to school stylish. I would just wanted to wear some basketball shorts, a t-shirt.
I was about to say, I see your pictures.
Yeah, but it was like, nah, you gotta wear these khaki or black pants and a red, white, or black shirt. And I was like, this sucks. No hoodies.
Yeah.
It was whack. I think, and then at a certain point, now I think they make kids like get the see-through backpacks because like the school shootings are such a
I do know there is some schools around here that.
Yeah. See, that's
clear
insane.
Backpacks.
Just get rid of the guns.
Clear water bottles.
After the first school shooting happened, we should have looked at the gun laws and did something. But all right, let's keep it going.
Reason of why I would prefer school uniforms over plain clothes. Number 3. I don't know if there is an official term for these things, but I call them twist lids. Some glass bottles, I think mainly beer bottles, they have a lid that you can just twist off, so you don't need a lid opener but your bare hands. You can even easily just twist the lid back on the bottle and put it back in the fridge. Not that I knew why anyone should do that, apart from maybe when you get spontaneous diarrhea and you want to get your beer back in the fridge before you go nuke in the bathroom. As I have mentioned in previous videos already, there's so much technology that I have discovered in Australia that Germany, meanwhile, appears to me like a medieval country. Which is a good transition to my next point, number 4, digitalization. In Germany, you have to work yourself through a huge stack of paperwork for pretty much anything. In Australia, you can transfer your car insurance by just updating your car details in an app and you're good to go. In Germany, they would send you a new contract via mail that you would have to fill out and sign and send them back. Because in Germany, a contract is only valid when it's physically signed. It is getting better slowly, but we are still far away from being as digital as Australia. Another thing is that in Germany, cash is king. And I know this is a bit controversial. Of course, I see the benefits of cash, but also the benefits of card. And Germany is a bit too cashy in my opinion. When you take the bus, you either pay the driver with cash or you show him the ticket for the month that you have previously purchased somewhere. When you go to a restaurant in Germany, it's very unlikely that they accept card. It didn't happen just once to me that I forgot to bring cash to a restaurant, so I had to leave a deposit like my ID, go off, find an ATM and bring the money. So if you go to a restaurant in Germany, make sure that they accept card before ordering something. The other extreme is that in Australia a lot of restaurants do not accept cash. But at least they warn you with a sign at the entrance about it. In Germany, they don't. I think they should just leave the choice to us whether we want to pay with cash or card. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have learned something and you liked the video, please consider subscribing. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. Whatever pleases you. I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
I enjoyed that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like in America, we're just so much on cards now.
Yeah.
Like, you can still pay cash everywhere, though, I feel like. But more so people are going to have cards.
Yeah. I also feel like we're really big on, like, paying with your phone.
Yes.
Except for Walmart. Walmart hasn't, like, caught up with the program.
Exactly. There's certain places that hasn't caught up, like you said. But a lot of people pay with your phone, which makes it easy because you don't got to remember bringing your wallet and your cards. And
yeah. It's like a lot of people, like businesses as well, like do like Venmo and Cash App and PayPal.
Yeah, nobody's really just cash only now because like even people that don't have cash. I mean, shoot, you probably see a homeless person and be like, I ain't got no cash on me. And
I know.
You probably be like,
and I feel
you
bad
can
all
cash
the time.
out me. Like, how you got a phone? How you? But I'm telling you that.
I feel like I always feel bad because I'm like, I don't have cash.
I'm telling you, bro, that these days they will pull out a phone and be like, you can cash at me if you want to. Like, it'd be crazy. Like, back in the day, you could walk by the Girl Scouts at the beginning, at the front of the Walmart, and be like, I don't got no cash. Oh, we got PayPal now.
Yes,
we got Cash
that
App. We got
happened
Venmo.
to me. That happened to me. A Girl Scouts was outside of Walmart. I walked out and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have cash. And the dad gets in front of me and was like, well, you can Venmo me.
Come on, I'm telling you.
I was like, okay. I felt pressure. I don't even like Girl Scout cookies. But I bought some.
Bro, you can't get away no more. You can't get away. They got, people got all kinds of things where they don't really charge cash. If you want to pay in cash, that's fine. But more times than not, people are just going to pay off like their phone apps. Actually tap their phone or with the card. So yeah, cash isn't as king as it used to be. Mm-mm. I don't carry it anywhere to be honest.
No, we really don't. Yeah. We just leave tips on the card.
Yeah, and then the twist tops. Everybody should have twist tops on their drinks. Like,
yeah.
Then no, that wasn't what it was. The bureaucracy where he says I have seen a lot of Germany videos where they say like it's such a process to do everything, like fill out paperwork and all that. It's just we're here, you can sign online and do like a digital signature and email it back and you're done.
Yeah.
That's it. With my insurance, they sent me an email and all I had to do was digitally sign it, sent it back, and I had insurance.
Yeah. Or like when we got married.
Yeah.
Kind of just like filled out our paperwork for the license.
Yeah. Very quick.
And then sent it in, so we just had to go pick it up the next day.
Very quick. But that's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure you check out this reaction next. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. We'll see you guys on the next one. We out.